the Lakers, they were in Indy last night. Luca LeBron continuing the tear they've been on all month, getting back to their winning ways. But hey, shoot or shoot, Perk. Caitlin Clark behind the lens here, taking some photos of LeBron James. Early in the first quarter, the Lakers off to an 8-0 start. Jake LaRavia gets the steal, finds LeBron James.
Oh!
That's a transition basket, Perk.
Crazy.
Lakers started fast, 10-0 in this one. Lakers up 6. Luka Doncic finds LeBron again, slams it down there.
Being a star in his role, playing off of Luka, playing off of Austin Reeves.
Ignore
Boy,
the
isn't
score.
it fun?
Lakers up 21. LeBron.
Now, that was just daddy ball.
Yeah, playing off of nobody there, playing through people.
Uses his at the right time. All right, later in the second, LeBron. Now it's a little no look there to LaRavia, who throws
He's really
it down.
slowing down, don't you think?
Yeah, that's what that looks like.
We
Just
all
over
agree
2 minutes
he's in a
left the
happy
second.
place right now, too.
Off the Nemhard miss, it's Maxi Kleba who gets the rebound. Little Euro.
Oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite highlight of the night right here. Here we go.
Oh, because it
Ready?
He taunts the two Patriots defenders there. Caitlin Clark was there, though. Don't worry. Captured the photos, the action of it all. Gets a smile. What can't she do? It looks pretty good. Caitlin Leibowitz over there. All right, and then Luka Doncic, he led the way with 28 points in the first half. The second half, it was just more of the same here, Tim.
Yeah, just makes it look easy. Such good touch. He's enjoying himself. Most teams do against the Pacers.
Turn around floater, and then Luka knocks down the 3 here. LeBron James had 23, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. And Luka, he finished with a cool 43 points in this one. And that makes Luka, it brings his averages to just over 40 points a game during the Lakers' 6-game road trip, which we're all stamping officially a success. He's the first player to average 40 points over a 6-game span, all on the road, since Michael Jordan did it in 1986. And Luka, he's also averaged just under 40 points over his last 11 games. That is the most in an 11-game span in his career, and think of all the tears he's been on, right? And the most by a Laker since Kobe Bryant did it in 2007. That's when he went on that legendary
I'm going to give him 40. I'm going to say that should be 40.
No, okay, we'll round up. We'll call it 40. Does Harvard agree?
I agree.
Shake of the head? All right,
I
and it's a Harvard stamp of approval there. And that brings us to this, right? None of the top MVP candidates technically have reached that 65-game threshold yet. Although SGA, Luka, they need to play just 4 of the team's final 9 games. Wemby needs to play in 6, and Jokic, he can't miss more than 1. He needs to play in 7 of his last 8 games to officially become eligible. So SGA, he holds the cards, right? He is the defending MVP. There is a reason, the top seed, all of this stuff. But there are some compelling cases, Perk, to be made. Guys, who are you looking at?
Let me say this. There's only 2 votes as a voter. There's only 2 votes that I've already pinned in, not penciled in, they're pinned in. I got Mitch Johnson. He's my coach of the year.
Okay.
And Victor Wembanyama is my defensive player of the year.
Okay.
When it comes to this MVP race, I know you said they had a certain amount of games to qualify. They better play all these games because it's going to come down to the last game when it comes to me deciding who I'm going to pick to win the MVP. Right now at number 1, I have SGA. But on his behind like back pockets is Wemby. What he said and what he's doing, and if the Spurs catch OKC for the number 1 seed in the West, Tim, Victor Wembanyama is definitely getting my vote for MVP.
Well, and it wouldn't just be number 1 seed in the West. It's the top overall seed. And that's when Wemby said he wants to make sure there's no debate, there's no doubt. That is the one way that there can be no doubt. If the Spurs are the number 1 seed, I don't see how you could put somebody else at the top of your MVP ballot.
As good as Luka has been, I do think it's a 2-man race. I think that's one thing. I think the voters will look for a reason to try to vote for Wemby because I think the data probably favors Shai. But Jeremy, if Wemby gets to number 1, it's going to be very, very compelling for the voters.
I agree. I still think, I can only speak from a non-voter perspective, but I totally think that if they are tied or if they're tied, essentially, Wemby will have the number 1 seed in the Spurs, and I would vote for him. I just think it's what he's doing. His defensive impact is so much greater than Shai's.
Well, but are you evaluating, essentially what you have to say is that Wemby's defense is 2 times better than Shai's offense?
No, but let me point this out to y'all, okay? Because I did Google, I was on my phone a little bit. Now, SGA SGA is ranked 3rd among guards in defensive rating. So he's no slouch on the other end. So when Wemby put it out there that 50% is the other end, and what SGA is putting up second in the league in scoring, shooting over 55% from the field, he's still defending.
So historically, as a voter, one thing I've tried to do when I've had a difficult time deciding between two people, I look at whose load is bigger night to night. Who is asked to do more things? Shai is asked to do a lot of things for that team, specifically offensively. Victor, even though he brings the ball up a lot, he is sort of the guy who finishes plays.
Tim, let me ask you this.
And props up an entire defense and guards 5 guys at one time. As Draymond Green told you, getting back to math, and Wemby said it, defense is half the game.
Let me ask y'all a question, though. Shouldn't the story matters? Right? The story.
It does matter.
Because let's be real. We expected OKC to be in this position. No one on this panel.
Also, the story from leaving last season with a blood clot, not being able to finish, coming back against Oklahoma City, all of that does matter to an extent. But essentially, the MVP is decided between the lines. The story's about
the one thing I'll say about Shai, if they've got the top record in the league, when they've had some of the most injuries, his All-NBA sidekick has missed the majority of the season. That's pretty damn impressive.
But this wasn't expected. No one on here could say with a straight face that we had that coming into the season that we thought the San Antonio Spurs will be sitting number 2, knocking at the door of having the best record in the NBA.
That I do not disagree with.
I think Wemby is number 1 right now, in my opinion. But with Shai, he is a good defender. But even yesterday's game, he wasn't consistently on Brown, Tatum. But you see Wemby, he seems to be guarding everybody at times where he's just patrolling the paint. And so I do think Wemby on the defensive end has a much stronger case.
I do think that this is going to be something over the last couple of games. You're right. People are looking for a reason right now to vote for Victor Wembanyama, whether or not that's because we get bored with the same excellence, whether or not it's because there is a legitimate case there. In my mind, as we sit, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, to me, is the MVP. But there are a lot of people over these last 10 games that are going to be looking around and saying, okay, is that going to be the case with 10 games?
You know my saying. Some people like to drink tequila. Some people like to drink Hennessy. At the end of the day, it's your preference, but both of them go get you drunk.
I did not know that saying.
I have never heard you say that before, but we will be borrowing that from here on out. LeBron prefers wine, and he's aging like some fine wine. This no-look pass last night, it deserves revisiting, right? This dime to Jake LaRavia.
He's got his back turned, backhand skip pass on the money.
But we've seen it before. It got us thinking about
we saw it 25 years ago.
LeBron no-look passes of all time.
I'm excited.
We've seen it over and over again. At number 3, it's our friend with the connection here, LeBron. Drops it off to Danny Green.
Wide open, but a lot of pressure to make that shot. You
gotta make
screw
it.
up that highlight.
But here's the thing about DG. The man doesn't miss. He's won at every level. College, the NBA. He even wins in the studio. All right, so the Lakers out and running. LeBron here.
Oh, my God.
With the Cavaliers.
I remember that play.
How? It's just one of those things you don't... What?
I mean, he tipped past and then behind the back pass.
D-Wade's got it on aisle cleanup, though. He nutmegged his defender. And then at number 1, this is the Heatles. He tips it. And then he throws it over his head for the slam. What?
Jeremy, were you in that game?
Yeah, I was in that game.
Yeah,
we putting this up?
Well, it wasn't on you. We made sure to kind of, clip you onto some of those highlights. But LeBron, he's now 4th all-time in assists. It's one of the reasons we showed you that. Just 148 assists away from passing Jason Kidd. He's already the top scorer, and he could move into top 3 on this list as well.
He'll catch Stockton in 2034.
We'll catch some highlights of Jeremy and some other ones. Right. Coming up here, the Sweet 16, it tips off tonight. Our producers, they cooked up a special top of the top of the March Madness memories you don't want to miss.